Well, hello everyone. Welcome to another wonderful edition of RHNI Ben Salem. Got a lot going here, seriously. Little recap on the post I did earlier, because you're going to want to know about that. And you're going to want to be made aware of what's going on here, not just within this town, but what's going on especially within our so-called ever-ready, ever-competent police force and public safety. I really had to say how much I loved not the little dog and pony show that you had your wonderful little loyal minion from Nottingham put on last night, Heyman. Yeah, you, hair director. I'm just wondering, was that for me or for the council? Because as usual, you're not telling the whole truth on this state-of-the-art training center. It's really an eyesore and the joke of Pennsylvania. You see, I've learned that it's the joke, trust me. I've got Republican friends, and yes, I am a Republican. I am pro-life, pro-faith, and pro-family. Deal with it. You see, this center was never properly built to begin with. It's got no means of conducting practice fires. It's located along a major highway, straight road, which is a traffic hazard, and that thing can cause an accident. I mean, if you would have waited and been patient, you'd see the one that's further down in Croydon has got everything that firefighters need. And by the way, the lie that was being spread that they charge people to train there, that's bullcrap. You can go there free of charge. And while we're at it, he wanted to start boasting about how wonderful 222 is. First off, that tanker truck incident that you were talking about, I happened to watch that, and I noticed live on TV that 222 was committing a clear violation of NFPA safety standards. What were those? Showing up to a scene with only 2 people on a truck. That's the violation. Contrary to what you're going to try and spin and tell everyone, that did happen, and it was right there. Also, one of the firefighters, I believe the one with the hose, you strayed away from your post, and that could have been a real frickin' disaster. Of course, you're never going to let the public know about that. Oh, by the way, how about filling in the public honestly about these last couple of fires? The one that took place, I believe, within the last 24 hours or so, and the one at Thunder Hollow. Both of those fires took place when 222 is not in operations. So please do me a favor and quit lying about that. I bet we could also find things wrong with how the fires were responded to in those areas too, especially since Nottingham was involved. And Nottingham you're not an angel, that's all I'm going to say. I'd really love to see you try wiggling out of that one, guys. While we're at it, aside from that particular joke, Dems, you really need to get on 222 concerning there being in illegal operations. And what I mean by that is they're claiming they're a combination paid and volunteer fire department, and that's a bunch of bull. You need to go to the labor board, file a complaint, ASAP on it. You also need to I know that you're looking at that SAFER grant, and you know that SAFER grant's full of lies. You need to bring that up, too. How about trying to go directly to Kathleen Kane on that? Quit waiting for this election. Go to her. Go to FEMA while you're at it. Homeland Security. They're the ones that gave the grant. You also need to know something very important that I just learned today. I've been silent on some things concerning the legal action that Dave Jerry and his son are taking. But I just learned something that I have been more than cleared to say. And I'm passing it on to everybody. And if I were you, I would contact the Courier-Times reporter, whoever does Bensalem, and find out about this. Apparently, I was wondering this last night. Apparently, our wonderful mayor was not in attendance during the council meeting. I thought that kind of odd, and I found out basically he's in hiding. He and Haran Ponticelli and the police detective that Haran and Ponticelli got to supposedly investigate Dave Jerry Sr. and his son are all suddenly pleading the fifth in this civil action. That's a little odd. Why plead the fifth in a civil lawsuit? And I've also learned that the DA's office, our Bucks County DA's office, is being subpoenaed. Gee, I wonder why. Dems, I would get on that. Ask around, trust me. I find it very interesting, too, that these four individuals who claim to be so honorable are, pardon me, doing this. Why plead the fifth if you've got nothing to hide? Or is it that you do have something to hide? Dems and concerned citizens of this town, start asking questions. Dems, Joe Cummins, Brian Allen especially, get off your butts and do something about this. Start looking into this. If you've got any questions, you know where I'm at. You've got my phone number. This needs to be acted on and acted on now. And I'm going to say something in regards to the ice storm. If I haven't, I'm going to say it again. You guys were lousy during this whole thing. Absolutely lousy. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, first off, please don't give me the whole line here about PECO being responsible concerning the electricity. That's something everybody knows, but still, you guys could have prepared better on this. You guys did not prepare well on this at all. Why is it you had a warming station shelter open for one night only here in the area? And why did you not even properly prepare for this? And I'm talking, what I mean by properly preparing for this is you should have had more than one shelter open. You should have had them open for the entire time this was going on, for all 5 days. You should have had places here, aside from Comcast, and I want to give a shout out to Comcast for their kindness in letting people charge things. But you should have done a whole lot more. You should have also provided some. I'm trying to word this properly. You should have provided backup generators to places that needed it. You should have coordinated things better. I know that you do not have a valid emergency management plan. And if you say you do, Director, I want to see it. I want to see it with these little hazel green eyes. Because all you've given me is a pack of lies in that area. This is the umpteenth time that you have been caught with your pants down when a weather-related emergency occurs. And I, for one, am getting sick of it. So, I am putting that out there to you. I want to see that. Not only that, but I want to know what you guys are going to do for those of us who were temporarily displaced. Some of us had to go to hotels, spent a lot of money on it, and also, coming back, had to clean out our fridges and spent $263, that's just me, on replacing all the spoiled food. That's a lot of money. Now, I'm grateful that we had the money, but the money that we spent within the last 5 days could have covered rent and groceries for over a month. A month's worth of rent and groceries. It's ridiculous. Now, I want to know what you're going to do to compensate, to help reimburse people who've been through this. Are you going to put in for any federal aid? Because that we could really use help with. I'm also wanting to call out this apartment complex, Regency Apartments, for the lousy plowing. And I have a picture of a tree that's entangled in electrical wire, that thing is swinging way over to the left, and that thing goes down, there's going to be even more problems there. Now, as I said, I want to see this emergency management plan. I want to see it with my own 2 eyes. I'm not asking for government secrets. I've said that before. So please do me a favor and show some honesty and quit trying to wiggle out of this, Heyman. That's all for now. Ta-ta.